Assalamu alaikum, namaste, and welcome to the news hour with your favorite host and host Jennifer Rogers. And do not forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Yes, we are on YouTube and we post a lot of interesting content for you just on YouTube. So please do subscribe to us there. And we are available on Instagram as well. Do follow us there. With that, I have 5 major updates for you today. The first one being Qatar Airways to resume flights to Helsinki today. So Qatar Airways will resume 3 weekly flights to Helsinki today, becoming the only Gulf carrier to serve 4 Nordic capitals. Now, Qatar Airways on Tuesday said it would resume flight services to Helsinki on Wednesday. It will fly 3 flights in weekly to the Finnish capital, bringing its total weekly QA flights to a Nordic to 22. Daily flights to Oslo and Stockholm and 5 weekly flights to Copenhagen. With the resumption of Helsinki flights, the Qatar Airways becomes the only Gulf carrier to serve the 4 Nordic capitals. Now, the airline's mix of modern fuel efficiency aircraft has meant its network to never fallen below 30 destinations throughout this crisis and has enabled the airlines to adapt its plan and quickly resume routes to rebuild its global network. Now, by optimizing its mix of aircraft and grounding its A380 fleet, the airline continues to fly only the right size aircraft on a route to Nordic, reducing its environment impact by offering sensible and responsible capacity to meet both passengers and cargo demands. Now, the Qatar Airways Group Chief Executive, His Excellency Mr. Akbar Al Bakr, said that we are glad to see Helsinki return to our network, a significant indicator of the recovery of the Nordic travel market. With a total of 22 weekly flights to the regions, we are delighted to be the first Gulf carrier to other flights to the 4 Nordic capitals of Copenhagen. Demand due to the COVID-19 forced us to temporarily suspend services to Helsinki. Now, we are proud to have never stopped flying to Copenhagen, Oslo and Stockholm as we pass the worst of the crisis. We look forward to increasing our services to the Nordic region to support the recovery of the tourism and trade in this region. Now, during the pandemic, in addition to the scheduled passenger services, Qatar Airways Cargo has operated a large number of scheduled freighters, charters and freight-only passengers aircraft to Oslo, Stockholm, Copenhagen, Gothenburg and Helsinki to support the Nordic exporters and transports essential to the medical supplies and the PEE to the region. With the resumption of the passenger flights to Helsinki, the airlines will operate 39 weekly flights to the Nordic region, providing more than 1,400 tons of weekly cargo capacity each way. Now, Qatar Airways continue to lead the recovery of international air travel. By the start of August, the airline's network will expand to close about 500 weekly flights to over 75 destinations. Passengers from the Nordic can connect via the best airport in the Middle East, Hamad International Airport, to the largest and the broadest network in the region with over 30 destinations across Africa, Asia and the Middle East. Qatar Airways operations is not dependent on any specific aircraft type. The airline's variety of modern fuel efficient aircraft has meant it can continue flying by offering the right capacity in each market. Now, due to COVID-19 impact on travel demand, the airline has taken decision to ground its fleet of Airbus A380s as it is not commercially or environmentally justified to operate such a large aircraft in the current market. So, the airline's fleet of 49 Airbuses A350 and 30 Boeing 787 are the ideal choices for the most strategic important long-haul routes to American, European and Asia Pacific regions. Now, Qatar Airways onboard safety measures for passengers and cabin crew include the provisions of personal protective equipment, that's PPE, for cabin crew and complimentary protective kit and disposable face shields for passengers. Business class passengers on aircraft equipped can enjoy the enhanced privacy that is award-winning business seat providers, including sliding privacy partitions and Options to use a do not disturb indicator is also available on flights to more than 30 destinations, including London, Paris, and Frankfurt. For full details on these measures just have been implemented on board in Hamad International Airport, please visit the qatarairways.com/safety website for more information. To ensure travelers can plan their travel with peace of mind, and the airlines has also extended its booking policies to offer even more choices to its passenger. The airline will allow unlimited date change, and passengers can change their destination as often as they need if it is within 5,000 miles of the original destination. Now, the airlines will not charge any fare differences for travel completed before the 31st of December 2020, after which the fare rules will apply. All the tickets booked for travel up to 31st December 2020 will be valid for 2 years for the date of insurance. For full term and condition, visit qatarairways.com/relyonus.com. Now, Qatar Airways home and hub Hamad International Airport has implemented stringent cleaning procedures and applied social distancing measures throughout its terminal. Passengers' touch points are sanitized every 10 to 15 minutes, and boarding gates and buses gates counters are cleaned after each flight. Now, in addition, the hand sanitizers are provided at immigration and security screening points. And Hamad International was recently ranked 3rd best airport in the world among the 550 airports worldwide. Hamad International Airport was also voted the best airport in the Middle East for the 6th years in a row, and the best staff service in the Middle East for the 5th year in a row. With that, let me get to the second update of the day, which is labor re-employment requirements. So I know a lot of people have been posting their comments. So let me just tell you that let me finish with all the updates for today. Once I'm done with all the news for today, then I'll get back to you guys on your comments, okay? So let me just finish my news for today. So the second news being that labor re-employment platform now available for all companies in Qatar Chamber. Okay, now Qatar Chamber has enhanced its labor re-employment platform to help companies maximize the hiring of laborers in the local market. Now, Qatar Chamber, the online platform launched earlier this month, enables companies to hire new laborers and allow employees to log into platform and select available jobs. Thus, the platform's mechanism is working in two directions after it was equipped only for companies with redundant and laid off laborers, the Chamber said in the statement yesterday. Now, the Chambers also noted that the companies have redundant laborers or looking to hire new staff could benefit from the online platform. Now, the Chamber said The Chamber said that the companies have laid off workers and employees can use the platform to register, log in their resume, even while the individual labor and professionals can also use the platform to register their CVs and search for employment in private sectors. Similarly, companies that are willing to employ new laborers can register to the platform, identifying the available work, choose employees according to their requirements, and hire to the Ministry of Administrative Development, Labour and Social Affairs in accordance with the state law and procedures. Now, the Chamber said it is inviting companies looking for new laborers to log into the platform and benefit from the services it provides by filling an electronic form at the Chamber's website to get a link for the platform. Earlier, the Chamber, which underscored its keenness to help companies get labor easily, said it is playing a mediator role between companies that want to hire new workers and the companies that have laid off employees. Now, so this is the second update of the day. Let me get to the third update of the day, which I think can be useful for a lot of people who've lost their jobs. So, 200, if you've lost your job, well, you don't have to worry, because 2,300 Qatari companies are now recruiting. More than 2,300 companies have registered with Qatar Chambers QC's online recruitment platform that seek to help employees who have lost their jobs and private sector's firm looking for skilled hands to find each other. So, The platform, which can be accessed through Qatar Chamber's website, is the only official online platform that facilitates labor's requirement in Qatar. Its Director General Saleh Hamad Al Sariki said. Now, the other portals that serve similar purpose to do it unofficially, he added while addressing a webinar held to review the process of the QC platform. The webinar was hosted by a joint committee of Qatar Chamber and the Ministry of Administrative Development, Labour and Social Affairs. The Ministry and the Chamber would soon sign an agreement to regulate the work of the platform, which has been officially approved. Sariki noted. He called on companies in Qatar to make use of the platform as its services are free and it is supported by the chambers and the Ministry of Administrative Labour and Social Affairs. Now, although the platform was launched as the COVID-19 outbreak started manifesting its impact on jobs and businesses in Qatar, Sariki said it was not a temporary facility and would continue to help companies and employees even after the effect of the pandemic has subsided. When the platform was initially launched, Qatar Chamber had allowed only the companies to enter the details of the employees they let go. Now, Sariki said that the platform now allows employees looking for job to log into the platform and upload their data and resumes. Now, the procedure for contacting with laborers are governed by the law of Qatar and supervised by the Ministry of Administrative Development and Social Affairs. He said, noting that the platform would be promoted in many languages to extend its reach among laborers. Now, besides Sariki, Ministry of Administrative, Labour and Social Affairs Assistant Under Secretary for Labour Affairs, Muhammad Hassan Al Ubaidi, also addressed in the webinar. Ubaidi said that the platform was an important initiative by the chambers and would go a long way in offsetting the damages triggered by the pandemic in the job market. Now, the webinar was attended by several members of the committee, including Assistant Director General from Government Relations and the Committee Affairs, Ali Mubarak. And in the meeting, the attendees agreed on the committee's working mechanism and to hold its meeting on a monthly basis, as well as discussing all issues related to employment platform, issues concerning private sector's company related to the work of ministry. Now, this is the third update. Let me quickly get to the fourth update of the day, which is Qatar is now going to join with Olympics. Yes, you've heard it right. Qatar Olympic Committee announces interest to host further Olympics and Olympic Games. Now, Qatar Olympic Committee, the QOC, today announced its formal submitted to the International Olympic Committee its request to join the non-committal continuous dialogue to host a further edition of Olympics and Paralympic Games as early as 2032. Qatar delivered the request via an official letter to the IOC's headquarters in Switzerland. Now, committing on the announcement, QOC, that's Qatar Olympic Committee President His Excellency Sheikh Jonah bin Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, said that never before have an Olympic Games been held in the Middle East. Now, the Olympic rings are a symbol of peace, unity and hope of people around the world, including the people of our region. Now, today's announcement marks the beginning of a meaningful dialogue with the IOC's future host commission to explore our interests further and identify how the Olympic Games can support Qatar's long-term development goals. Now, with that, for many years, sports have been a major contributor to our national's development. From athletics to cycling, gymnasium to football, tennis to volleyball, Qatar has earned its reputation for a world-class destination for major sporting events. It is proven track record and wealth of experience, along with the desire to use sports to promote peace and culture exchange. This will form the basis of our discussion with the Commission. Now, over the last decade, Qatar has undergone a rapid transformation. As part of the National Vision 2030, Qatar has developed state-of-the-art sporting venues and transportation networks as a part of its preparations to host the FIFA World Cup 2022, hosting a future edition of the Olympics and Paralympic Games. would further accelerate Qatar's human, economic, social and environmental development. As a part of the IOC's Olympic Agenda 2020 reforms, the IOC institutes are a new approach to hosting further Olympic Games throughout the establishment of permanent further host commission. Now, this approach is based on the partnership, flexibility and sustainability, assuring that the future games will align with the long-term development plans for the host of cities and regions and leave lasting legacies. Now, these reforms have encouraged the Qatar Olympics Committee to express their interest in hosting further Olympic Games. Now, let us get to the news which is related to Eid. As you all know that Eid is right around the corner, and so subsided sheep sale for Eid al-Adha begins. Subsidized sheep sales for Eid al-Adha begins. Now, the Ministry of Municipality and Environment, the MME has issued guidelines to ensure the safety of people while buying sacrificial animals at sheep and cattle outlets and at slaughterhouses during Eid al-Adha. As per the guidelines, people should show Aetras app before entering the slaughterhouses. Customers are allowed and also required to wear face masks for their safeties. Now, Windham has provided 335,000 head of sheep and cattle for citizens and expats to sacrifice during Eid al-Adha. The ministry said that it has completed its preparations for Eid al-Adha by providing the service of veterinary doctors and inspectors and are ensuring the safety and security measures at slaughter homes, which will operate from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. throughout Eid al-Adha. The sale is within the framework of the joint national initiative to encourage the local production, subsided sheep meat prices and create a balance in supply and demand, and to contribute to reducing prices in the markets. Now, starting from Monday, sheep will be sold at the subsidized price until August 2nd, the third day of Eid al-Adha. In a statement, the MOCI said it was agreed with the Windham Food Company to provide approximately 12,000 head of Arab sheep, 3,000 local and 9,000 Syrian sheep to be sold at a subsidized and discount prices for citizens at Qatari Riyals 1,000 for the local sheep, that's 35 kgs and more, and Qatari Riyals 950 for a Syrian sheep for 45 kgs or more. Now, the sales will take place at Windham Slaughterhouse at Al Wakra, Al Shamal, Al Khor and Al Shinaya. Now, the initiative target Qatari citizens only should present their ID cards to complete the sales. The buyer must be at least 20 years old. So, only if you're 20 years old, then you can kind of go and buy, and you have to take your Qatar ID along. Only one head of the sheep is allowed in order to reach the target group. The ministry called on citizens to adhere to precautionary and preventive measures to limit the spread of the coronavirus in order to preserve the health and safety of all members of the society. Sales will continue until August 2nd. Local sheep about 35 kgs and more to be sold at Qatari Riyals 1,000. A Syrian sheep 45 kgs and more to be sold at Qatari Riyals 950. The Windham Food Company to provide around 12,000 head of Arab sheep, 3,000 local and 9,000 Syrian sheep. The citizens must present their ID card to complete the sale. A buyer must be at least 20 years old and one head for each buyer. With that, I'm done with all the updates for today. Thank you so much for logging on to Qatar Day. I will reply to all the people who have commented on the video. I will reply to you guys even after I'm done with the updates. But thank you so much for logging on to Qatar Day. Keep loving, keep supporting, keep watching Qatar Day, the pulse of the nation. Me, your host in those, Jennifer Rogers, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, keep loving, keep supporting, and stay home and stay safe. Okay, bye bye. See you guys.